All right, Colorado, TCU. This is your big noon kickoff game on Fox on Saturday, noon Eastern. Gus and Joel, of course, on the call. They'll be doing 2 games for Fox this week, plus, as I said, the Thursday nighter with Nebraska and Minnesota. But we got TCU 21-point favorites, 59.5. 59.5. It was 59.5 before the show earlier this morning. It's 64 now. Someone hammered the shit out of this total. And I agree. And that's the worst part. I didn't get on it. I thought 59, pretty low considering the situation. And next thing I look and turn around and look at 64. 5-point move pretty much in this 4.5-point move in this total. But look, TCU's offense, we know how explosive it was last year. And I know it was a Max Duggan offense last year. I get it. And Max Duggan was special. He was absolutely special as far as the quarterback position is concerned for Sonny Dykes. Absolutely outstanding. They do have a new OC, Kendall Briles, but they're going to keep the tempo the same. You know, they're still going to play fast. They're going to look to throw the ball, and they've got a very experienced quarterback who's been around the block, was at Oklahoma earlier in his college career, was backing up. He just couldn't get in because Max Duggan was that good, and that's Chandler Morris taking over now as the starting quarterback for TCU. But he can play. He's a little undersized. He's got a good arm. He can run with the ball a little bit. TCU will be fine on offense, in my opinion, and be able to put up points. They're going to play fast. As for Colorado, of course, we know the headlines are Deion Sanders and all the talent he's brought in. First things first, like if you're going to take Colorado here, you got to hope the chemistry and cohesion is there. Like, I get it. They brought in so many new players. We're talking about like 20 new faces on this Colorado team, and they're all talented. But are they all going to mesh well right away? On the road, tough opener, you know, at TCU. That's the big question. One thing I can say about the offense for Colorado is they look loaded on that side of the ball. I mean, the O-line's solid. You know, you look at Shedeur Sanders, the son of Deion, who was a great quarterback at Jackson State. Deion brought him from Jackson State with him here to Colorado. And they've got weapons to work with a lot that I think they're going to be able to move the football a little bit here in this game as well, even on the road. And they bring in Sean Lewis, the former Kent State head coach, as their new OC. And what do we remember the last few years for Colorado? Stagnant offense, non-existent, one of the worst offenses in college football, an extremely slow-paced offense. And now they're going to go from that to a much improved, at least in terms of talent and personnel on offense, and in terms of speed and tempo. What a huge difference from last year. They're going to go from extremely slow on offense to extremely fast, because we remember how Kent State, like a NASCAR speed offense when Sean Lewis was there. So they're going to go extremely fast. I'm so frustrated that this 59.5 was staring me in the face the last several days. I thought, I don't need to bet it right away. It's staying put. And then now it's up to 64. And I'm like, fuck, man, I just missed my chance at the good number. I still lean over. They've lost some value, but I do think there's reasons that people like over the total in this game. But someone really hammered it because it's gone up 4.5 points. I'm staying off the side. I mean, I know TCU on defense. I think there's some questions coming into the season. That's a lot of points. And Max Duggan was a special quarterback. That's no slight to Morris, but still an adjustment there. I think he'll be good. But again, a lot of hype for Colorado. The Deion's just going to come in. They're going to be this great team all of a sudden, and a much improved team. I want to take a wait-and-see approach. I'm personally pumping the brakes. Let's see it in the first game of the season on the road against a pretty good TCU team that, let's remember, was in the playoff last year, college football playoff. So I'm pumping the brakes on the love and the hype for Colorado. I'm not laying the points either with TCU, but I'm pumping the brakes on Colorado. What do you think here, C-Mac?
Yeah, me too. This isn't the SWAC here, you know, for Deion. Even though this is about to be, that's the Pac-12 no more. I think he could have some bad growing pains. But in this game, I think they could be around. TCU did lose a ton, you know, especially on offense. You mentioned Morris, the new quarterback. They lost their top 3. They got the running backs, the receivers. They did bring back a couple that are okay. And we saw them get into shootouts last year. So that's exactly why I think you saw this number move right away, that there's going to be points in this one. And how does his son Sanders do at quarterback here? You know, 70 touchdowns the last couple of years at Jackson State. And I think they do have some weapons in this one. So I agree with you. It's not great. We've kind of missed the number, but I think there's points in this one. And I think TCU's better, wins at home, but no way do I want to lay 3 touchdowns with them. I think they're a football team that probably wins 7 games, 8 games. I think they take a step back in this one because I do like Sonny Dykes as a coach, but it was kind of a magical year last year for him.
Yeah, there was some good luck and good fortune. There were games where the stats weren't pretty for TCU, and they still won and they still covered. So you got to figure
they lost a lot on defense too. So yeah, they did. No doubt. There's a lot that they lost.
A lot of personnel. I'll be honest. I'd take Colorado before TCU, but I'm not totally full on drinking the Kool-Aid yet with Dion here with Colorado. I know the talent level has been upgraded as significantly as any one college football team from one year to the next with what he's brought in compared to what's just been a dreadful program, Colorado, the last few years. But let's see it all come together first. That's just my stance on it.